Hello everyone. At the time of this recording, I, like you, are living in this lockdown situation with no prospect of when it's going to end and what life is going to be like after it is all lifted. We are living in strange times indeed. Strange to us, but fortunately not to God. For he knows the end before the beginning, which he tells us in Revelation 22:13. When we feel out of our depth or our comfort zone, we can tend to look for information to bring an ease to our discomfort. So we go to things like social media, like Google and various other sources of information, hoping that what they tell us will allay our fears. Although these facts may appease us for a while, they seldom get to the source of the concern. Human nature usually fears the worst, as we find in Job 3:25. Indeed, we have to address the question to ourselves of, what if the worst does happen? And if it does, how do we face such a fear? And if not for ourselves, how do we help someone else who may be in that place? Neither we nor the world have the resources to give us what we need in such a time and such a place when these things come upon us. The answer is, and only ever will be, God himself. What we really need to address when we feel out of control is, how do we gain a position of peace and comfort? There has to be an exchange from the what if to the even if. This shifts our focus from ourselves and our circumstances to the one who does not change, as he tells us in Hebrews 13:8. The worst as we may perceive it could happen, and as terrible and painful as it may be, if we shift our focus onto a loving, heavenly Father who is good all the time and who will withhold no good thing from his children in Psalm 84:11. Our what ifs become even if. In the light of believing, he has a purpose and a plan in allowing this situation into our lives. And importantly, he is with us in it. For he says, you will never leave us, you will never forsake us, in Hebrews 13:5. And he promises to turn our mourning into dancing in Psalm 30:11 and Jeremiah 31:13. He promises that all things, as they do work together for us, he will help us to go through these situations. And God does not expect us to be joyful that these circumstances have come upon us, but he shifts our focus to encourage us to trust him, that he will strengthen us and increase our depth of faith as we persevere with him and go through this with him. And we will come through these times stronger and better equipped to serve God, because we've experienced his presence and the truth of his promises. With this exchange of thinking, we are set free from fear. And fear is not of God, as he has only given us a spirit of love, power and a sound mind in 2 Timothy 1:7. This liberation enables us to live victoriously and freely, looking from God's perspective, as in Isaiah 40:31. And therefore we'll be able to get alongside others and not bogged down by our circumstances. Actually, it's only in time of need that we experience God of our sufficiency and the faithfulness of his promises. So I'd encourage you to, let's get our focus first and foremost on him and his word, and holding in tension any other sources of information. Then we really can be set free and enjoy the abundant life that Jesus came to give us, which he promised us in John 10:10. I do hope you can take these things to heart. And I'd just like to finish by decreeing the blessing over you from Numbers 6:24-26, which is, "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious, kind, and merciful to you. The Lord lift up his face upon you and give you peace." God bless you.